Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Total War Arena. This is a match where I am Scipio, I just call him Skippy. He's the commander who allows you to march quickly, charge in, and he also has a special ability that you don't even have to pop, where if you're about to die, your guys get buffed and they just fight to the death. They don't rout, which is very useful in certain situations. But in this particular match, this is kind of an example of when everyone decides to move up a little too fast. But that's okay. Ends up working out in the end, mostly. So in this match, we know that the enemy has quite a few cavalry, so I decided that we need to take that tower and get vision on everything. I wanted to originally just charge up the left side and move forward, and I'm sick of playing defense all the time, basically. So I was in the mood to just kind of attack all in with everything, but that never really ever works out for me, because, I don't know, in the back of my mind I'm always thinking, man, I really don't want them to quick cap our base when no one's there, so I end up kind of hanging back. But here you can see this guy moves his cavalry up way too fast. Not on our team, their team. Comes right to our tower and just gets swarmed by everybody. And that's gotta suck for him. Like, oh man, I'd be so pissed. But that's his bad. When you're playing cavalry like that, you really got to keep moving, especially when you move within tower vision range, because we had the tower captured at the time. Right now I don't have it captured because I'm bad, but just kind of surround him. You can see we have a bunch of guys pushing up in the woods, trying to take out the guys they have hanging out in there. And this guy with the pikes, yeah, he does a number on my guys, not gonna lie. I didn't realize how much stronger pikes are against regular old spears, but at least our siege gets a couple shots off. Our siege gets a lot of nice kills throughout this match. Man, that's such a great feeling when it's like, oh, there's so many targets right here, let me just drop all these rocks. It's nice. But we pretty much cleaned up this cavalry, so I started moving back, and the swords kind of aren't really effective, if I recall. They don't do a whole lot. So I started moving back. There's still some cavalry alive, but it's okay. He's not going to do much with that, I figure. I'm like, well, it's only one group of pikes. How much damage can they do? And they immediately phalanx and do a lot of damage. They keep your guys out at bay, and you can't really do anything to them. They're pretty much invincible against your spears at that point. I tried bashing. Doesn't do anything. I tried moving my guys in the right around. They can't move because they're stuck by the spears. And then I start getting friendly fired, and I'm like, okay, no, I'm out of here. Later. So that was bad. I lost half of 2 of my units, and he only traded half of that 1 unit, which is really quite terrible. So that's a lesson learned by me, is when your spears don't go against pikes, because pikes are pretty strong, especially in phalanx. So they take the tower temporarily, but as you can see, like, all their swords are kind of screwed up. Like, this little unit of swords here, he's pretty boned. He has his Tessuto all set up, so he's immune basically to missiles, but I have spears, so I just kind of stick him in his butt and kill him. He brings his second unit behind, so I bring my second unit behind. And the pikes could be really messing up my guys right now, but they choose not to move at all, which is interesting, to say the least. In the middle, we got our cavalry taking out the swordsmen and the rest of the enemy cavalry. They're basically outnumbered in the middle right now, which is unfortunate for them, but very good for us. And they're actually charging forward with their swords against our archers in the woods over there. That comes into play later, and hopefully I'll remember to point it out. But they're basically chasing our archers back through the forest, and no one's really helping them. Our cavalry are too preoccupied in the middle. And right here where I am, the pikes finally start moving, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get the hell out of here. And then I kind of decide, you know what? He doesn't have phalanx right now. I think he just turned it on. But I'm like, screw it. I have all 3 of my units here. I have to kill this guy, because screw this guy. So I turn on steady, and I have steady on all my units. That adds I believe it's 5% defense, and you lose 5% damage. Maybe it might just be points. 5 points, 5 defense, you know, whatever. So they're more tanky but do less damage, but dealing damage is not my problem. My problem is he's like totally messing up my guys right now. And I think after he routs that unit, he doesn't click and focus on another one of mine, so I can easily clean him up. I think it's a little bit of a misplay by him because he could have held out a lot longer. Spears versus spears usually takes freaking forever to resolve. And as I learned in this match, pikes are really strong, so he should have held out a little bit longer, but it's fine. He starts kind of running away. I think I clean him up in a bit here, but I just want to hold the tower for now, while all of our cavalry have pushed far, far up left, and we really don't have anyone in the middle anymore at all. A lot of our guys fell back because the enemy has ran through our swamp, and they have a couple guys back by our base right now, so they're getting cleaned up. Our cavalry out there, I think they try and capture. There's, I want to say 4, maybe 5. Yeah, see, there's like 5 units of cavalry all trying to capture their base right now. Not a good idea because there's a lot of spears back there. You can see also on the right-hand side, there's now cavalry moving through the woods to back up the rest of the guys in our swamps. And I think it's pretty soon, everyone kind of forgets that there's a bunch of bad guys in our swamp. It's really strange. I'm more focused right now on just holding my position, but looking over here, you can see there's guys in our swamp. There's a bunch of spearmen. There's cavalry running in, and they start cleaning up our own cavalry in there. One of our guys leaves. One of our archer players just leaves the game because why not? You know, we're just playing. Instead of actually attacking, our siege guy is like, no, I'm gonna start moving my guys up because now is the best time, of course. So he starts moving his catapults up to the tower, which is kind of dumb. So I decided to move my spears back at least a little bit to try and help. I'm just worried that cavalry is going to take over our base, and no one's going to be able to stop them because we don't have enough archers back here. We have 3 units of archers in the woods, but in a bit here, they just kind of bail, which is really aggravating. But yeah, we don't have vision yet of all the swords, because if you remember earlier, there's a bunch of swordsmen who charged those archers back. They pushed those archers back into the swamps, but they're hiding now. They're still in the swamp, and I didn't notice it at the time until later in the game that, holy crap, they have a lot of guys in our swamp. But those cavalry up there are getting kind of messed up. There's these archers just sitting here that nobody, I don't remember if anyone in the game actually takes care of them at all, because they sit there for a while. So I got my spears. I just see these cavalry coming to harass, so I'm like, all right, I'll help out. And our swordsmen in the swamps get basically pushed off by their spears in the swamps. And our cavalry can't really do anything because, you know, they're spears. So I just kind of sit back with this one unit. I want to keep vision on the tower, and I'm using my first unit only because it has as many guys as my other 2 units combined. So I figure I'm going to just split my forces because I want to be able to defend that tower. It's pretty important because we have catapults up, and having vision's very, very, very powerful. And you can see all the way back there in the enemy base. Our cavalry they're capturing, but they're outnumbered. Like, pretty outnumbered at the base. Overall in the game, we're stopping them pretty hard. But now, this is the worst feeling in the world, is when there's a cavalry in your base, and all you have is your unit of spears, and you're slow. I'm quick marching right now, and I still can't, like, I'm looking, I'm like, where the hell did they go? I'm pretty sure they just ran off into the swamp, because they have all their reinforcements there, and at this moment, I didn't realize they had that many guys. I was more focused on keeping my tower, and keeping eyes out for guys along the left side, while everyone else is dealing with everything else in the match, pretty much. So I just chill. I decided to put my guys, their backs against, I believe I put them right up here. Yeah, put their backs against the thing there. Because if cavalry charge spears from behind, it does a little more damage. Like, you get shot. I think you get shocked more if you're charged from behind. And that's a bad thing, but overall, if that one cavalry unit attacked my spears, even from behind, I'd probably kill them. But I wasn't expecting so many enemies. And see, these archers are still up here just dicking around. So I ping them, I circle them. I'm like, hey, siege guy, you should probably kill those because they're going to come kill your freaking catapults. And he's too busy just moving. I think he just right-clicked and just kind of stopped paying attention to what he's doing. Which happens because, you know, you get bored. There's stuff happening all over the map. And you have nothing to do because, you know, everyone's engaged. All visible targets in range are usually engaged, so you can't really do anything when you're running artillery. in that situation. So he's just moving up, trying to get better shots. And then I see, oh crap, javelins. Oh crap, way more spears than I have. And I think they're heavier than me. Yeah, they're heavier spears. I'm only medium, they're heavy. And then I see, oh, even more spears. And I believe I type, oh shit. I'm alone, help. So I charge down the guys that I can. And I know that they're going to die anyway. So I just try and, you know, distract them. Try and make enough time. At least our siege, or actually, you know, artillery guy turned around and started firing. At this point, I didn't really care. I actually didn't give a crap if my guys got killed by friendly fire or anything. I'm like, no, just keep hitting them. Because if he gets hits on them, then they can't capture the base. So I start moving the rest of my guys back. And then I remember, well, if they're getting pegged by the catapults, that they're gonna probably come and, you know, kill the catapults with what they have, because they do have cavalry. So I figure I'm gonna keep one guy on the tower. I start moving this guy back. I do believe I just move him back eventually. We have all this cavalry on the left-hand side who are not falling back, which is interesting. You'd think they would. Maybe they think that all the bad guys just went away because they're no longer visible on the map, but that's not true. I asked the artillery to just keep firing because he stopped. And yep, here comes the cavalry. So the cavalry are to come out, and what they want to do is take out the catapults, because they're the only thing keeping them from capturing our base faster than we can capture theirs. So they go through the woods, which is dumb. So the forest slows down units, but they slow down cavalry so that they actually end up, you know, a lot slower. It's weird. Basically, most units, a majority of the units, when they're in the woods, they all move the same speed, usually. That's not entirely true, but most units. So I screen off the cavalry with this unit, and kind of force them just to run around and take the long route around, which is good for us, because right now we're capturing their base, and they're not capturing our base. Because cavalry or artillery is actually keeping them from actually earning points on the base capture. And I just keep my spears in a nice position. I'm quick marching, doing everything I can to get those guys up further, faster, because I know the cavalry's coming from behind. But I think at this point it doesn't really matter. I move my other unit to take the tower so I can just see where the cavalry are. But right now we're capturing their base so darn fast, it really doesn't matter. And yeah, we take the victory. I don't know, it was a pretty good match. I really like that commander. He's a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.